There's been an astonishing, I want you to look at this number right here, 604% surge in scam texts purporting to be toll fees this year. Gentlemen, we're barely 1/4 through the year, and there is a 604% surge of smishing. Can you guys please keep it in your pants? Please. Please keep it in your pants, all right? 604% rise in degenerate acts. So, okay. So how does this work, right? Let me just go down a bit. Not this one. Scammers are sending fraudulent texts about unpaid toll fees, luring victims to fake websites designed to steal sensitive information such as usernames, passwords, and credit card numbers. Guardio's report saw a 98% spike in such scam texts in March 2025 alone. These highly convincing texts are called smishing messages. They've already reached millions of consumers who use electronic toll collection systems. The text typically claims that a driver has an unpaid toll and that they should settle their bill using the provided link before late fees are applied. In other words, the cyber criminals are playing to a victim's psyche. This is kind of a form of social engineering with like technical and engineering, right? And engineering, I'm using engineering in terms of like hacking, right? It's not really hacking, but you get what I'm trying to say here, right? They're playing on a social aspect that is pretty common. You know, a lot of people will fall prey to this because, okay, so part of it is the novelty. If you think about it, these kinds of phishing scams typically happen in different spaces. So you might think of like people sending phishing scams for like your tax returns, or they pretend to be a company that you have an account with, like Microsoft. Hey, your account was hacked. We need you to log in, things like that. But this is more of like a novel. Like how many people have been receiving phishing messages about their toll booth systems? And so because it feels like a novel place, your assumption would be it's unlikely to be a phishing scam because I haven't seen people use it to phish me before. So it's I can see people not realizing that it is a trick, right? And it could happen. Even if people know that they don't have an outstanding bill, they might believe that there was an error from the toll company, and so they need to go in and figure out what the error was so that they can deal with it, right? So this is a novel. It's a pretty smart way to get people to fall for it, and then you can get all kinds of data that can prove further useful, right? Scammers have the easiest job. Yeah. If you're an unethical person who does not really care about people, it's not hard these days to make money. It isn't. It really isn't. And you can make money and just ignore the consequences of what you're doing, or just don't care about them. There are people who just don't care, and you can make lots of money. There's money to be made if you are an unethical person. Absolutely.